Have you ever felt like there's something inside you that's meant for more, a calling that you can't quite explain? Like you were born for a purpose bigger than everyday, ordinary life? Maybe you've asked yourself, am I a chosen one? What if I told you that being chosen isn't about some grand ceremony or special powers, but about the quiet signs, the inner knowing, and the journey only a few dare to walk? And what if you're already living that story without even realizing it yet? In today's video, I'm going to share with you the most powerful signs that reveal you are one of the chosen ones. Signs that go beyond coincidence and touch the core of your soul. We'll dive deep into what it truly means to be chosen, explore inspiring real-life stories, and discover how to embrace your unique path and purpose in this world. Before we get started, I want to ask you, have you ever felt different, like you don't quite fit in? Or felt a pull towards something greater, even when the path isn't clear? Drop a comment below and let me know, because if you've ever asked those questions, this video is for you. Alright, let's unpack what being a chosen one really means, and why you might already be on that extraordinary journey. Let's dive in. Have you ever experienced one of those moments when everything seems to line up perfectly, like a sudden nudge from the universe itself? Maybe it's a random conversation that sparks a life-changing idea, or a repeated number sequence on the clock that just won't go away, or a feeling deep in your gut that you can't ignore. These aren't just coincidences. They are the universe's way of speaking to you, whispering clues, pointing you in the right direction. And if you learn to listen, those subtle signs can guide you to your true path. Let me tell you a story. A close friend of mine was stuck in a job she hated, feeling lost and unsure of what to do next. One day, she randomly met an old mentor on the street, someone she hadn't seen in years. That encounter sparked a whole new idea that changed her career forever. She calls that moment her sign from the universe, and it was exactly what she needed to take the leap. The truth is, these signs come in many shapes and sizes, but you have to be open and attentive to see them. It could be a dream that keeps repeating, a song that suddenly plays at just the right time, or even a challenge that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Each one is a message, a clue designed just for you. So, how can you tune into these signs? Start by slowing down. Take moments throughout your day to check in with yourself. Practice mindfulness or journaling. Write down any patterns, feelings, or coincidences that catch your attention. Over time, you'll start to notice the threads connecting the dots. Remember, the universe doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. But those whispers can be louder than any noise if you're willing to listen. And here's the thing, you don't have to figure it all out alone. Sharing your experiences, asking for guidance, or simply trusting your intuition can open doors you never expected. Before we move on, think about this. What signs have you ignored because they seem too small or random? Maybe it's time to look again, because those little clues could be the start of your greatest adventure. Have you ever tried to be someone you're not, just to fit in, to please others, or to avoid conflict? Maybe you put on a mask at work, acted differently around certain people, or said yes when you really wanted to say no. But deep down, it felt exhausting, like you were slowly losing yourself. Here's the thing. Authenticity, being true to who you really are, is one of the strongest signs that you're a chosen one. People like Maya Angelou, Nelson Mandela, or even someone you admire in your life didn't just succeed because of talent or luck. They succeeded because they stayed true to their values, their voice, their inner truth, no matter how hard it was. When you try to fake it, the universe knows. Your energy feels off, others can sense it, and eventually, the charade falls apart. That radar you have for fake people, it's the same one the universe uses to keep you aligned with your real self. One of my friends once told me she kept saying yes to every invitation, job, or favor because she thought that's what successful people do. But she burned out fast and felt lost. When she finally started saying no and honoring her true feelings, doors opened she never expected, and her relationships grew deeper. Authenticity is also about setting boundaries, knowing when to walk away from what doesn't feel right. It's tough, but it's a gift you give yourself and the world. Can you think of a time when being yourself, even if it was scary or unpopular, led to something amazing? I'd love to hear your story. Share it below and inspire someone else to be brave too. Up next, we'll talk about the unique path you're meant to walk, the road less traveled that only a chosen one dares to take. Have you ever felt like the path everyone else is walking just isn't meant for you? Like there's a different road, less crowded, less certain, maybe even a little scary, but it calls to you in a way nothing else does? That feeling? It's the beginning of a journey only a few are brave enough to take. Robert Frost famously wrote about the road less traveled and how choosing that path has made all the difference. But what does that really mean? It means stepping away from the safety of the familiar, choosing uncertainty over comfort. It means embracing who you truly are, even if it means standing alone. Look at Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college and followed his passion for innovation, changing the world with his vision. Or Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat, igniting a movement that reshaped history. These weren't easy choices, but their willingness to take a unique path defined their legacy. Choosing a unique path often means facing doubt from others and from yourself. But it's on this road, through challenge and courage, that your purpose unfolds. It's where you find what makes you truly alive. If you're standing at a crossroads, unsure whether to follow the crowd or blaze your own trail, ask yourself, what does my heart really want? What fears are holding me back? Try writing down your dreams and fears. Then take one small step toward that road less traveled. Sometimes, that first step is the hardest, but it's also the most important. Have you ever taken a leap down a path that felt uncertain but right? What did you learn? Share your story in the comments, because your journey might inspire someone else to find their courage. Next, we'll talk about why embracing challenges isn't just part of the journey. It's what makes you stronger and truly chosen. Have you ever wondered why some of the most inspiring people seem to have faced the toughest battles? Why hardship, pain, and struggle often show up early for those who are truly chosen? It's not by accident. It's part of the journey that shapes them into who they're meant to be. Take Abraham Lincoln, for example. Before becoming one of America's greatest presidents, he lost multiple elections, faced deep personal losses, and battled depression. Yet those hardships gave him resilience, empathy, and wisdom that defined his leadership. Or consider Malala Yousafzai, who survived an assassination attempt and emerged stronger, a global voice for education and justice. Challenges aren't just obstacles. They're the fire that forges your strength and sharpens your purpose. When you face difficulties, you grow tougher, wiser, and more compassionate. You learn lessons that no comfort zone can teach. Science even shows that people who overcome adversity develop greater resilience, the ability to bounce back and thrive. So when life gets hard, it's not a sign you're failing. It's a sign you're on the right path. If you're in the middle of your own storm, here's a simple truth to hold on to. Every struggle has a purpose, even if you don't see it now. Try shifting your mindset from why me to what is this teaching me? And remember, seeking support from friends, mentors, or professionals is a strength, not a weakness. What's one challenge that changed your life? How did it make you stronger? Share your story below. Your courage might light the way for someone else going through their own battles. Coming up next, the powerful role you play as a healer and helper, even when you're still healing yourself. Have you noticed how some people seem to carry a quiet light, always ready to comfort others even when their own hearts are heavy? They heal, support, and uplift, not because they have no pain, but because their pain has given them a unique strength. Could that be you? Think of Mother Teresa, who dedicated her life to caring for the poorest, despite facing loneliness and hardship herself. Or Brené Brown, who turned her own struggles with vulnerability into powerful lessons that help millions embrace their imperfections. Being a healer doesn't mean you're perfect or unbreakable. It means you've faced your wounds, learned from them, and now choose to be a light for others walking through their darkness. It's a beautiful paradox. The more you heal yourself, the more you're able to heal those around you. But here's an important truth. Helping others while healing yourself is a balancing act. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking time to nurture your own well-being isn't selfish. It's essential. If you feel called to help, start by caring for your own heart. Practice self-compassion, set boundaries, and allow yourself to rest. When you fill your own well, your light shines brighter, and your ability to support others grows stronger. Have you ever found strength in helping someone else while you were healing? How did it change your perspective? Share your experience below. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs today. Next, we'll explore the relentless quest for truth, a defining trait of those who are truly chosen. Have you ever felt a restless curiosity that won't let you accept things at face value? A voice inside that pushes you to ask why and what if, even when others are satisfied with simple answers? That hunger for truth is a powerful sign that you're on a path few dare to take. Look at Socrates, the ancient philosopher who famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." He questioned everything around him, challenging accepted beliefs and encouraging others to think deeper. Or Carl Sagan, who sparked wonder in millions by exploring the cosmos and urging us to seek evidence and understanding beyond what's comfortable. People who are truly chosen aren't satisfied with surface-level answers. They dive beneath the surface, exploring ideas, beliefs, and even their own shadows. This quest isn't just intellectual, it's deeply personal and spiritual. It pushes you to grow, to evolve, and to become more aligned with your true self. If you feel this pull toward truth, embrace it. Ask questions, read widely, engage in conversations that challenge your perspectives. Try journaling your thoughts and reflections. It's a way to explore your inner landscape. And don't be afraid to sit with uncertainty. Sometimes, the greatest growth happens in the unknown. What's a question that's changed the way you see the world? How has your search for truth shaped who you are today? I'd love to hear your story. Share it in the comments below. Up next, we'll explore what it feels like to be the black sheep. Different, misunderstood, but destined for something greater. Have you ever felt like the odd one out in your family or community? Like no matter how hard you try, you just don't quite fit in? That feeling of being the black sheep can be painful, but it might also be one of the most powerful signs that you're meant for something extraordinary. Take Albert Einstein. He often felt misunderstood and different growing up, yet his unique perspective changed the way we understand the universe. Lady Gaga, known for her bold individuality, once said that her feeling like an outsider fueled her creativity and drive. Even Barack Obama talked about moments where he felt caught between worlds, never quite fitting in, and how that shaped his vision and leadership. Being the black sheep means you see the world through a different lens. It can feel lonely and sometimes isolating, but that very difference is a source of strength. It pushes you to question norms, to innovate, and to create new paths where others see only walls. If you're struggling with feeling alone or misunderstood, try this. Embrace your uniqueness instead of hiding it. Seek out communities or people who celebrate differences. Remember, many who have changed the world started out feeling like they didn't belong. Have you ever felt like the black sheep? How did you turn that feeling into your greatest strength? Share your story below. Your experience might be the encouragement someone else needs. Next, we'll talk about the power of kindness. Why being good, even after facing hurt, is a hallmark of the truly chosen. Have you ever been hurt by someone, yet found yourself choosing kindness instead of bitterness? It's not always easy. In fact, it can feel almost impossible. But that choice, to remain good despite pain, is one of the strongest signs you're truly chosen. Think about Nelson Mandela, who, after decades in prison, chose forgiveness over revenge, helping to heal a divided nation. Or Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, who dedicated his life to kindness and understanding, despite facing personal struggles. Choosing kindness when you've been hurt isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of an unbreakable spirit and a pure heart. It shows you understand that true strength comes from love, not from anger or resentment. And that by being kind, you create ripples of hope and healing far beyond yourself. If you're holding on to pain, try this. Start small. A smile, a helping hand, a kind word. Notice how kindness not only changes others, but also slowly softens your own heart. And remember, kindness isn't about being taken advantage of. It's about choosing who you want to be, regardless of what happened to you. Have you ever experienced the power of kindness, either giving it or receiving it, after being hurt? What did it teach you? Share your story below. Your kindness might inspire someone else to keep going. Up next, we'll explore the deep inner knowing that guides those who are chosen on their journey. Have you ever had a feeling, deep down, beyond logic, that you're meant for something more? A quiet voice inside that won't be ignored, whispering truths only your soul understands. That's your inner knowing calling you forward, even when the path isn't clear. Oprah Winfrey has often spoken about how trusting her intuition changed the course of her life. Richard Branson credits his gut feelings for many of his bold business decisions. This inner knowing isn't random. It's the soul's way of guiding you toward your unique purpose. Learning to trust this voice takes practice. It asks you to pause, listen, and let go of fear. It's often subtle, a feeling of calm, a nudge, or a sudden clarity in moments of uncertainty. And the more you honor it, the stronger and clearer it becomes. Try this. Start a daily practice of quiet reflection or journaling. Ask yourself, what is my soul trying to tell me today? Notice how your intuition speaks through feelings, dreams, or even coincidences. Over time, you'll build a deeper trust in that inner compass. Have you ever followed a gut feeling that led you to something amazing? Or ignored it and later wished you hadn't? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could help others learn to listen. Next, we'll dive into what it means to feel like an old soul, a sign many chosen ones share. Have you ever felt like your spirit has lived many lifetimes, like you carry wisdom beyond your years? That despite your age, you see the world through a lens of depth and understanding that others sometimes miss? If so, you might be what people call an old soul. Many chosen ones share this feeling, a sense that they've been here before, walking different paths through time. Some spiritual traditions believe that old souls have reincarnated many times, gathering lessons and insight along the way. It's why you might feel out of place in the fast-paced, surface-level world around you. This deep connection to something timeless often brings empathy, patience, and a longing for meaning. You might find yourself drawn to philosophy, art, or nature, seeking to understand the mysteries of existence. And sometimes, that feeling of being different can be isolating, but it's also a powerful gift. If you resonate with being an old soul, embrace it. Spend time in quiet reflection, explore spiritual teachings, or connect with others who feel the same. Your unique perspective is a light that the world desperately needs. Do you feel like an old soul? What are some ways that feeling has shaped your life? Share your thoughts below. Your story might comfort someone else feeling the same way. Up next, why sometimes being chosen means facing misunderstanding and even dislike from others. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, no matter how kind or true you try to be, some people just don't like you? It can be confusing and hurtful, especially when you haven't done anything wrong. But here's a truth many chosen ones learn. Not everyone will understand your light, and that's okay. Think about Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose message was love and equality, yet he faced intense opposition and hatred. Or Malala Yousafzai, who stood up for girls' education and endured attacks and criticism. Their strength wasn't in winning everyone over, but in staying true despite the negativity. Sometimes, when your inner light shines bright, it highlights the darkness in others, their fears, insecurities, or unresolved pain. That discomfort can cause rejection or even hostility. But remember, their reaction is about them, not about your worth. When faced with rejection or negativity, practice compassion for yourself and for others. Set healthy boundaries to protect your energy. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your light. And most importantly, don't let anyone dim your shine. Have you ever been misunderstood or disliked just for being yourself? How did you cope? Share your story below. Your experience might give strength to someone feeling alone. Next, we'll explore the deep faith many chosen ones have in a higher power that guides and protects them. Have you ever felt, deep inside, that there's something greater than yourself guiding your steps? A force beyond what we can see or explain, quietly shaping the unfolding of your life. That quiet faith, whether you call it God, the universe, or a higher power, is a beacon for many chosen ones. Consider Maya Angelou, who often spoke about trusting a divine plan, even when life was uncertain. Or Einstein, who marveled at the mysterious forces behind the cosmos, seeing order and meaning beyond human understanding. This faith doesn't mean having all the answers. It means trusting that everything is unfolding as it should, even the hard parts. Connecting with a higher power can bring peace and courage. It reminds you that you're never truly alone on your journey. Many chosen ones describe feeling protected and guided, as if unseen hands are helping them navigate challenges and opportunities. If you're seeking this connection, start simple. Spend quiet moments in nature, meditate, pray, or simply breathe deeply and open your heart. Pay attention to signs and feelings that bring you comfort and clarity. Allow yourself to trust the process, even when the path is unclear. Do you have a practice or belief that helps you feel connected to something greater? How has that shaped your journey? Share your thoughts below. Your experience might inspire someone searching for their own faith. Next up, the special role chosen ones play as light workers, bringing light and love to the world. Have you ever felt a deep urge to make the world a better place, to bring light where there's darkness and love where there's pain? That calling isn't accidental. It's the heart of what it means to be a light worker, one of the chosen who carries a special mission. Throughout history, light workers have shown up in many forms, from activists like Gandhi who fought for peace, to artists who inspire hope through their creations, to everyday people who simply offer kindness in tough moments. Being a light worker means you're here to heal, to uplift, and to awaken others to their own light. But it's not just about grand gestures. Sometimes, the most powerful light comes from small acts, a smile, a listening ear, or a word of encouragement. Your energy matters. Your intention to bring love ripples outward in ways you may never fully see. If you want to embrace your role as a light worker, start where you are. Focus on cultivating compassion and presence in your daily life. Practice gratitude, mindfulness, and acts of service. Remember, the world needs your unique light. No one else can shine exactly like you. Do you feel called to be a light worker? What small acts of kindness have made a big difference in your life or others? Share your story in the comments. Your light might just inspire someone else to shine. Finally, let's bring it all together and explore how you can fully embrace your destiny as a chosen one. So, let's take a moment to remember what we've uncovered together. Being a chosen one isn't about perfection or an easy life. It's about authenticity, courage, and a deep calling that pushes you beyond comfort. It's about noticing the signs the universe sends, embracing challenges as stepping stones, and trusting that inner knowing guiding you. It's about turning isolation into strength, choosing kindness despite past hurts, and connecting with a higher power that supports you every step. Most importantly, it's about stepping into your role as a light worker, someone who brings hope, healing, and love into the world. Ask yourself, what small step can I take today to honor my unique path? How can I shine my light more brightly? Even when the journey feels uncertain, your destiny is waiting for you, and every choice you make shapes the impact you'll have. If this video spoke to your heart, please hit the like button to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because there's so much more wisdom and inspiration coming your way. And I'd love to hear from you. Which sign of being chosen resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your voice matters here. Thank you for being part of this amazing journey. Remember, you are chosen, you are capable, and the world needs your light.